Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how to integrate Fibaro Z-Wave system with Siri using a Node-RED bridge. So there's already a home bridge plugin which you can use for integrating it, but I find Node-RED to be much more comfortable and gives more freedom. So that's the reason why I use this method. So the prerequisites that are required for this is not much. Of course, you need the Node-RED itself. It must be you must configure it to run on some device. Um, in my case, I am using a Raspberry Pi 3 device. You might use even Raspberry Pi 4 or even some other device that supports Node-RED. Okay, and just make sure that you have configured Node-RED to run on auto reboot. As in, after a power outage, Node-RED should start by itself immediately. Otherwise, every time there's a power outage, you need to log in and turn on the Node-RED, and only then you can control it. So make sure that it's auto run on reboot. Second is the Fibaro Home Center itself. This is my Fibaro Home Center that I have. The third is, of course, you must have an iPhone, Siri, HomeKit. I mean, you must have the Home app and Siri. For the Node-RED, so this is how I started the Node-RED. If you make it as auto start, you don't have to start it by yourself. So after the Node-RED is started, you can see that it comes up on the particular IP address :1880. That's a port number that it starts by default. So that's what I've shown over here. Here I have created a lot of nodes. I've created a couple of flows, but for you it will be a plain page. I'll show you how to ultimately able to control of all of these devices in this video. Okay, so here in my case I have created one on-off light, one color light, a dimming light, a curtain, a motion sensor, a door sensor, a lock, etc, etc. So each device on the right side corresponds to one of the nodes on the Node-RED. So you can see that when I change the mood light color, there's a small changes that you can see on the corresponding nodes in the Node-RED page. Similarly for dimming. Okay, yes, so the other nodes is a curtain. Yeah, I can open and close my curtains. This is the motion sensor. This is my door window contact sensor from Fibaro. This is a lock. So all of this, ultimately we want to control it using Siri. Before we configure the Node-RED, we need to have some information from Fibaro ready. We need to be able to interface with Fibaro's system. So we need the Fibaro's API commands. So Fibaro provides a very simple set of API commands. I can provide the link to that in the description box. So these are the devices. For each of these devices, I'll tell you how to get the API commands. So for a simple on-off device, you have a unique ID. So take that ID from the device ID from the address bar. For my on-off device, the device ID is 4033. So what are the device ID for the other devices? Like for this color light, for this RGBW controller. So when I open it, you can see the unique device number. Take a copy of it. For RGBW, it is 4042. So similarly, you create a whole list of devices, device types, and the device numbers. Depending upon this device number, your and the device type, your API command is going to be filled out. So for an on-off device, the local HTTP API command is http://admin:/admin. That's the username and password. In your case, change it accordingly, and followed by @192.168.5.93. That's my HC IP address. Of course, this is also will change for your own system. /API /call action !/, device ID equal to that particular number, and name equal to turn on. So in case if you want to use a turn off command, instead of turn on, you will have to put it as turn off. Okay, and before you put it into Node-RED, I want you to check it whether there is any spelling mistake at all, because that's where most of our problems will lie, because we are creating it out of our own hands. So to avoid your typos, just check it out on the browser address bar and see whether your light is responding accordingly. Okay, so similarly you can create all the commands for the whole list that you have in your hand, and once that is done, now you are ready to configure your Node-RED. So let's move on to the Node-RED part. So here on Node-RED, you need some additional nodes before you start to set it up. So go into the install section, manage palette, install, search for HomeKit, and download this particular node. Install that particular node. I've already installed it on my system. When you install, you get those logs over here, so you can check whether you got it installed properly. The next node would be another node that is related for RGB. So search for that one and make sure that you install this particular thing. What it basically does is iOS gives you only in hue, saturation and brightness HSB values. We want it in terms of RGB values. That's what Fibaro expects. So this node helps us to convert it from HSB to RGB. Okay, let's start with the first node. Let's try to create some lights. Give it a name. Fill in all the details like manufacturer, serial number, default model. Here I'm filling it with some junk values for serial number. You can give the original values itself. The model number, in my case it's a double switch. This is important. The type must be light bulb, and give it a name. Make sure that you have the proper unique pin code for each of the accessory that you're adding. If you have duplicate accessories, the system will not discover it. And the service here is also light bulb. The name I'm going to be giving is, again, I'm sticking with porch light. Done. So this is going to be for, I'm going to be creating this for my on-off device. I'm going to create two more nodes, one for a dimming light and one for a mood light. Let's start. So this must be a unique one. Next would be I'm just leaving the rest of the values as it is. Type is again light bulb, and give the name as color light. Again, the service is also light bulb, and name it as color lights. Done. The third one I'm creating for a dimming light. So it's the same identical procedure. Just make sure that you don't put in identical pin codes. Again, light bulb. Name will be dimming light. Yes, I have added all the 3 lights. Now let's check if our system is able to recognize this. I'm deploying it. So every time I make changes to the flow, I need to restart it because Node-RED crashes every time I deploy it, because I already have some nodes deployed. It doesn't like duplicate nodes being deployed, so it just crashes. It's not really a huge thing, you can just restart it. I'm going to go into the HomeKit app and try to add the accessories. So yes, all the 3 accessories are discovered, so we'll enter the code one by one for each of these accessories. The first one is my porch light. Oh, I'm adding a dimming light. Okay. Okay. Next is a porch light. Yes. Done. The third one is the color light, RGB. Okay, so now we see that we have an on-off light and we have the dimming light, but dimming doesn't come up as dimming, it comes up as an on-off light again. So we need to make a small change for that. About the color light also comes up as only on-off. Again, we need to make a small change to make it show up as a color light. So by default, this HomeKit node allows you to create on-off lights only. So in that case, if it has to be specified as a dimming light or a color light, you need to inject it with a few parameters when it is initialized. For example, for color light, it will take up 3 values, that is hue, saturation and brightness, and for dimming light you will require just brightness. So I have the format already, so I'm just copy pasting the whole thing. Make sure you select JSON. So these 3 parameters we have to feed in. So once they are fed in, it will show up as a color light on the interface. For dimming, we don't need hue and saturation, we only need the brightness parameter, so we are removing the rest of the parameters. And I want these to be sent 1 second after the Node-RED is initialized, so I'm giving that condition also. Cool, now we've got the color light interface. Gives me a lot of different possible combinations for my color light. And the dimming light also has a slider now. Great. So yes. So the next thing that we have to do is, it has come up on the interface on the home app like this. Next we have to connect it to our Fibaro system, for which we need these things to be done. For an on-off light, it comes up as a JSON object. The output of it is a JSON object, so we want to convert it into string. That's why I put in a JSON node, and then I want to compare it. If it is on, I need to do something, that is turn on the light. If it is off, I need to do something. So I'm using a switch node, and I'm comparing whether if it is on or on true or on false. And if on is equal to true, I want to send an HTTP request to Fibaro to turn on the light. So I'm going to connect the switch to two HTTP request nodes. The format, I already have it. I'm just going to copy paste. I've blurred out the format because it shows my Fibaro ID, so you can get the complete format in the description. And here it is. You just make sure that you put the correct device number and the action. Name is equal to turn on or turn off. Okay. Let's see if you are able to do this one correctly. Yes, seems to work. Let's check this in Fibaro also. Yes, we are able to turn it on and off from the home app. Back to the Node-RED, we still have to configure the other two lights. So next we will start with RGB. So I'm going to take this HomeKit RGB, I'm going to connect it. So the output of this HomeKit RGB is going to be an array. It's going to give me the RGB values, red, green, blue values. So using this, I can send an HTTP request to Fibaro. I copied from my existing sample. I'll show it to you how it looks. So initially it has the Fibaro ID. The end of the command, it has the three parameters, that is arg1, arg2, arg3. So name is equal to set color arg1, arg2 and arg3. We are going to be using this mustache template here. So each of the payload, that is RGB value, I'm going to be sending it as payload.0, payload.1, payload.2. Okay, so arg1 is for red, arg2 is for green, arg3 is for blue, and arg4 is white. I don't have a white light here, so I'm just keeping it at 0. Okay, let's deploy it and restart the Node-RED. Yes. So let's check whether the color is changing on my Fibaro Home Center also. So look into the color light over here. Perfect. Let's try to change some of the color also. We put it into the white area. Nice. Fine. We'll move on to the dimming light next. So the dimming light, it's similar to the on-off device, except we have one more condition to handle. That is not just on-off, we also have to handle the brightness condition. So we'll be adding one more rule, not just on equal to true and on equal to false. We are going to be adding one more rule called brightness. So if our payload contains brightness, then we must be able to handle that one using a HTTP request node. So for on condition and off condition, it is similar to the relay, so I'm just copying those nodes and tying it to the on and off outputs of the switch. For the brightness condition, I need some more work to be done on the payload, so I'm just putting in a function. Just 2 lines of code needs to be written. I'm going to parse out the payload, and I don't need the rest of the payload, I just need only the brightness parameter. So I'm going to be outputting the payload with only the brightness. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. So once this is done, we are ready to send the HTTP request. I'm copying my sample and I'll show it to you. Tie the output of the function to the HTTP request, and the format for this command is as usual the same thing, except name equal to set value and arg1 is the brightness parameter, that is arg1 equal to payload. Let's deploy. We'll check it with Home Center also, whether it is working. Onto the page. Perfect. Our dimming light also is working. Great. So now let's have fun with Siri. Hey Siri, turn on the porch light.
Okay, the porch light is on.
Color light.
Okay, the color light is on.
Make the color light red.
Okay, red it is.
Switch on the dimming light.
Okay, the dimming light is on.
Make the dimming light brighter.
Okay, I've set the dimming light to 25%.
Set the dimming light to full brightness.
Okay, I've set the dimming light to 100%.
Hope you like this video. In part 2 of this video, I'll be putting up how to handle sensors and feedback. So do let me know if you like this video. Thank you.